Hey folks, welcome back to Mittens SI. I decided today to do a random board, random spirit, and random adversary, and then it chose Shroud versus England. So I switched it up and decided instead pick Shadows Flicker Like Flame, and try the new Darkfire aspect, which I played once or twice before, but never really gave a bunch of plays. It chose Scotland as I regenerated it, and it gave me Shadows versus Scotland. So I'll try that. I think I'm. I think I'm gonna start as um on Scotland 4, at least for this video, because I don't have a lot of experience with Darkfire, and probably the next two gameplays I'm going to try to do Scotland 5, and then eventually beat Scotland 6 with Darkfire, just because I need. I think I need a few games under my belt. So here we are, Darkfire. I played the aspect before, I know the rules. I know you really want to delay reclaim on this spirit, because the no presence reclaim is absolutely brutal. So I could do this, I could do this, draft a card, go to 2 plays, and then, but then I can't play anything. I would need a 0-cost mire in order to do that. So I'm gonna do the 3 energy and the bottom place track. So let's see. First we're building in a sands. Hold on. I don't have my reach power right. Destroy your presence. You may push instead of destroying. And then the darken fire is 1. Okay. So I can't extend my range. Okay, that's right. So then putting this here makes a lot of sense because I can in the fast. Or I can gather 1 explorer in the fast using this. So I don't need it there. And then I could play Unquenchable Flames, which isn't that bad. Yeah, so I think I'll go here, just to be within 1 of every land. And we'll use our innate. Can I get my innate here? Okay, I only need. So if I play Unquenchable Flames, I already get the first tier of my innate, which is huge. And if I play another Moonfire card, like that, that would get me up to my 2nd tier, which would allow me to destroy that 1 explorer. Okay, that's not bad. I don't like this card though, so I'd probably play Mantle of Dread. Yeah, but that doesn't do anything either, so we're gonna have to do something about that. We'd have to play. Yeah, we don't have a defend. So maybe I do drop my presence in this land and do Crops Wither and Die. Let's do that. Okay, so. Or we could use Unquenchable Flames, right? Yeah, I'll drop this in here. Crops Wither and Die, and then we can just do Mantle and Dread, right? Or wait, Mantle of Dread can solve that. And yeah, we can do that, right? Just to move some Dahan. Maybe for a future turn, though it's not going to allow us to destroy that, but does it matter? We have 4. I do think I want to destroy it just to get ahead. So we can play this, and then hopefully we can stop an explorer. Yeah, let's do that. So we build this and kill that and gain a fear. And then now Sands build. And we'll do Crops Wither or Die. Yeah. And then, oh, see, we would have to do that. That's not ideal. Yeah, I don't think. Unfortunately, I don't think I played that turn quite right, but I can do that and start spreading that out on the island. So at least we got something done. Not the not the best opening phase, but yeah, we can go again, and now we definitely want to draft something right and start working along the top track. Let's drop this here. Just do that, and we're gonna build in here. Domesticate animals isn't bad. It's got our elements. This has got both of our elements also. The strife. I think domesticate animals is just more as it's a defend. I mean, we're gonna get the threshold for free, though that threshold kind of doesn't matter. So, yeah, I think domesticate animals is a better pick. It's on element. It's a defend. It's a pretty good card. Yeah. Um, Problem is we actually can't use it for this one, right? The land 3. Because, yeah, so I didn't plan that well because I didn't solve land 3 at all. So this is why we took the difficulty down, because I am naturally not going to be as good as a spirit I've only played once. So we're making quite a few mistakes. Um, so I wonder, let's try and think about what that first turn maybe should have been. I think maybe Mantle of Dread might have been a better move instead of Crops Wither and Die, just because I didn't realize that um, this wouldn't solve the land. So I probably should have played Mantle of Dread instead of Unquenchable Flames. Yeah, yeah. But then I wouldn't have anything to do with. So maybe instead I did Unquenchable Flames and that, and then maybe I could have pushed it into here, and then I could have done damage to it, and then created a flame. A Badlands. Badlands, that's the one I'm looking for. Because now I'm not sure I'm going to finish off that land. So I can't play Domesticated Animals this turn. I might do this just to save the Dahan. Yeah, I mean, it's free. And then we do... destroy up to 2. 1 fear per thing gets destroyed. So I could gather this into here and destroy there. Or I could just solve this land with the fast thing and then just not worry about concealing shadows and just do this. I don't hate the problem with that. Yeah, I would still solve it. We could just take the blight there. I think I'm just going to take the blight there. We're going to save the Dahan, but we're going to take the blight there. Just blight for scale. Kind of common thing. We can push one of our things out of here. And then we need to take care. Yeah, we can go into here. And then probably going to have to do that, right? And that will... No, we're going to have to do the blight there, right? Exactly. So, yeah, we're going to... Sorry, there is land 2. I do this all the time. We're going to have to do the blight in land 2, right? Because I don't see any way of us solving that anytime soon, right? So, yeah, because we have to do the blight in land 2, we're going to have to not take a blight here, which means we're going to have to use our ability there, and then probably do that. Now we don't have the tools to do anything there. So maybe we stop the build here, the blight here. Man, I don't like shadows at all. If we drop this, right? But then we're not using their defend. But we could use the defend 5 isn't quite enough. Yeah, we might just do this. And then crap. Yeah, we don't have enough Darkfire to actually destroy it. But we can gather one out. Yeah, I think we can use our defend in there next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and we're still going to be, we're going to push that town out, and then we're going to be at 6, and then we can use our defend, and we're fine. So I wish I could play these 3 cards, right? But we just can't. We would have to, we have to delay reclaim. We just can't reclaim too early, because our reclaims are just brutal on shadows. They're absolutely brutal on shadows. So we have to. I don't see how we don't do Mantle of Dread, and then I think we have to do Favors Gone to call Dew, right? To just prepare for that land and take a Blight here to push it in. Yeah, we have to take the Blight here to push it in anyways. Or do we do this and save the Dahan, but then we aren't able to move it and do any sort of Dahan defend in that land. Ooh, decisions. Gather this into here to stop that build. Take the Blight here, move our thing into there, and then Mantle and Dread that out. And then next turn play this, or this, and probably gain another minor. That's probably what we're going to do. Gain another minor, move to the 3 top track, and then, yeah, and then we get one more turn where we probably gain the 4. And play the last 2 cards we have, right? Or no, we gain the 4, we gain another minor or major. Yeah, okay, I like this plan. I think this is better, stronger. We do this, we just stop that build, and then do that to stop that. Well, that's not good, because now there's no way. Really? Yeah, so I guess we can't defend it there. Alright, well, I'll move you to the center and defend too. That's not the best of a... Isolate? Does it matter? I guess this land is the only one that really matters. Alright, so we build in the mountains there, unfortunately. Now they explore wetlands. Okay, so we stop that wetlands explore. Here. Okay. We'll have that be our problems. Yeah. Okay. So now so here's the other thing. Now that is kind of useless, right? This card is useless. Because this is way more than 5, and we're not gonna be able to save it. So I'm gonna have to move here probably. Great one there, and then gain a minor. Call to trade is great. The unfortunate thing is it just doesn't have Dahan in there. Or, you know what, Gift of Power might be fantastic on us. Even though, yeah, it doesn't have our elements, doesn't have any Dark Fire, but just the ability to gain more minors is just going to be huge because it delays our reclaim. It means we can use our energy button more. We can go down bottom track and go to 3 plays and not feel terrible about it. Yeah, next turn we can. So yeah, that would be good. We need to take the Blight there. We just do. We just need to take the Blight there to move forward in this game. But so I have to probably call the Dahan ways and Favors called Dew. That's just it. We just gotta hope. If I call the Dahan ways, we can turn that into a Dahan, or we can gather a bunch of Dahan. Actually, that doesn't matter, right? We gather up to 4, and then we do 3. Okay, that's not good. Like, we wouldn't be gather. Yeah, we would have to gather into there, and then we could replace a town with Dahan. We'd also do dire metamorphosis, and that would actually solve this land or that land next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna pick dire metamorphosis because it actually solves stuff. Even though it's blight, it solves stuff on our board. So we figured out that this is completely useless, so we're gonna do this and this, and hope that next turn we can use that on the land 1, and we can use dire metamorphosis on land 2, and then everything's solved. Alright, can I cancel this stuff? I wish it disappeared on its own. Alright, I mean, I said land 2, but I meant land 6. Alright, so here we can just randomly move an explorer around. You to the sands with you. Add that to a land with that. Okay. I'll go here. That makes the most sense. There we are. Okay, we gain energy. This will push into here to use later. Later use domesticated animals on. We don't want to add a town to any of those lands. I guess here is fine. We're getting dangerously close to the coastal cities. So we can build them into here, right? Yeah, so let me think. Where into here? Yeah. Or no. Maybe that wasn't smart, because we need them for the... The problem is that, I mean, we gather 4 into here. Yeah. It does, we do go to Blighted, but... What? Okay, so... Badlands, right? I think we gotta do Badlands. I think that's... We have a lot of single damage powers. I think Badlands is our move. I've never seen this Blight card at all. This has got to be one of the Nature's Incarnate ones. Okay, I don't love that card. And now Gathering 4, I mean, at least this will kill something, right? I'm gonna just drop it in here, because maybe we can... We get the fear from that, and then maybe we can shove it in here. That's my best guess. Now I probably should gain a major here. I should gain a major here and forget a card. I don't know which card, but we should gain a major here because we need to start doing stuff. Jojo, it's a Consuming Void is... We gotta play it this turn, which means it needs to be... Well, or one at least less than that. Savage Transformation, it's just so bad. It's so bad. UG is great. It doesn't have any elements, but just its Prolif is Prolif. It's got good elements for us, but not a good threshold. I think I gotta just go UG for the pure effect, right? And then we can, because we need Prolif on this guy. It's just we just need Prolif. It's like such a powerful effect. What to get rid of? What to get rid of? Concealing Shadows just, I mean, I know it's the only 0 cost we got, but it just kind of sucks. It's just really not useful. And it only has one of our elements. I'm also fine with getting rid of Dire Metamorphosis. It did its job. I don't know what else to say. It did its job. And we really don't need more Blight on this island at this point, since we're already blighted. So I'll take Dire Metamorphosis out. Now we got our 7 here, UG and Animals. I think we're actually looking pretty good. I can stop the build in the mountains. Domesticated animals here will be able to destroy that town. And also the prolif will help that. Here's fine? I think here's fine. And yeah, we can end a Badlands there. Hard-working settlers. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Because we can kill the city there. And yeah, we can kill the city there. And we get a double ravage. So I don't hate that. So I think I cautiously is the move here. And we can push 2 into here, and we can actually full clear this land. Mountains is a no. We'll put it as much as... Yeah, we'll put it in the jungles, because that's the only place we have to go. And now we full clear that land. So yeah, that was big. That was pretty big. Okay, that we couldn't do anything with that. Coastal land with Dahan, and each 1 damage per Dahan. Well, that would have been awesome if did that. Okay, that's not going to do... Oh, it's going to keep the disease. Yeah, we'll stick it in here. Because that's going to ravage next turn. No. Yeah, that's fine. We're already at the stage 3 in the coasts. Now things are really ramping up. Yeah, I feel like we're right on the cusp, but this UG will help a lot. This UG will help a ton. I don't think we need energy now. I think we need... Do we want to go like 5-3? I don't hate the 5-3 here. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that 5-3. And reclaim finally. And we're in a pretty good position thanks to UG. Do we want another major or minor? I think do a minor. Can we UG again is one of our questions. We have to. We can't let this land ravage because that would be 1. It'd be 2, but we would barely hang on. But this is where we need to stop this ravage. Do we need a major to do that is the question. I think I'd rather wait a turn for another major. We can't afford a UG right now. We have too many problem lands. We've got land 8 is a problem. Land 4 is a problem. Every land is we have 5 problem lands right now. 1 about to ravage and 3 next turn. We cannot afford another UG right now. And therefore I kind of want to do another major. I really do, and I might even consider forgetting UG because I don't see ourselves having another turn where we can get use out of it. And we can try and get another very good major. And maybe something fast to help solve our current problems. Alright, let's do that. Alright, so Tiger's Hunting is fine. It's one of my favorites majors in the whole game. I'm also looking at this. That will solve this land 100%. It doesn't have great elements, though we have enough to threshold it. We do. We do Crops Wither and Dust and Unquenchable Flames, and we have thresholded it. We don't need the threshold. We also Wrap Wings will also solve it. Though I think Wrap Wings is a little... Yeah, we would move this into there, and then we could actually pretty well... Okay, Defend 5? Actually, no, that wouldn't solve it. We need to defend 5, and we need domesticated. Okay, so maybe because that takes 2 actions, I'm leaning towards this one. Bargains is another prolif major that, honestly, actually, if we don't forget UG, do we have 3? Okay, we actually don't. But I was considering maybe if we could threshold this, we actually do UG this, and we triple prolif, because that's not bad. The triple prolif would not be bad, and then we do 6 energy, 4 plays, and we're in a really nice position for next turn to just go Super Saiyan mode. So, but I don't think we don't have another sun, unfortunately. Tiger's hunting. Actually, the other thing I didn't even think about is our island's so blighted, we really can't make use of Tiger's hunting. So Tiger's hunting is eliminated. Bargains is eliminated. So it's really between Wrap Wings and Walls of Rock. And I think I'm going to lean towards Walls of Rock of Thorn just because it solves our problems in 1 card. Because if we do Wrap Wings, it solves our problems in more than 1 card. And that's not quite as good. It's not quite as good to solve your problems in 2 cards than it is to solve them in 1 card. It's a little bit of math, so we'll do that. And I'll get rid of UG. And then we play this. We might as well play to get the defense here. To get the threshold, I mean. And we play that, and we're also going to get that, so it's going to be very, very big. And we can pull. We're not going to get that one, because frankly, that'd be insane. I mean, how many? Yeah, we would need a lot more. We need better elements, or yeah, we need that to have. Yeah, we need 2 air too. Yeah, we would need hard plays. Yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty good about this. Could pull 1 out, or we could pull 2 out. Just kill 2 there. Yeah, that's better. Let's drop a Badlands in here. Or, yeah, here. Or, I'm thinking here. Well, actually, let me think. Yeah, it's fine. We can kill that land. Yeah, because we really want this land not to blight. So we can do... Yeah. That's definitely our priority land here. Wait, hold on. Ah, crap. Well. Well, I'm going to destroy 2. Just because. Oh yeah, and we can save one of the blights, so that's awesome. So we're going to do that to full clear this land. Oh, wait, no. Move this in there, and absolutely, and then now that land is solved, so that's huge. Okay, well. Okay, I got a fear. And yeah, that's very bad. These 2, we have to let land 3 not die, so. I didn't think at all about this, but because yeah, let's just do that. We're letting that blight, but yeah, we don't have that. So now what? I think we need to pull another major is what we gotta do, so there. We'll do that. I think we'll pull from top track because there's no reason not to. We don't need 4 plays on reclaim. We really don't. So let's drop it in here, and let's do another major here. Fire and Flood. That's just too much. So we need a 3 or 4 cost major here. This is really good. That's really good. We don't have Threshold for the Sun, but yeah, we can use that to solve this land here. Instruments, we can use instruments to solve land 3. So, and then and on the fast, nothing else we do here can solve that on the fast. Or we can solve, no, we can't solve that on the fast. We can solve this on the fast because of the 2 bad lands, and then that land is just good luck. We're just gonna have to take 3 blight and pray. Or no, we can defend in this land. We can use domesticated animals here and stop that blight. And pray, pretty much, right? That's all we got. Maybe I should, I can move my thing. So let's see, Vanish Softly Away, Forgotten by All. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so I think I'm leaning towards instruments. Don't forget something from discard. I actually don't. Right? We have to forget something from discard. Because I would forget Concealing Shadows, but let's think here. Because if I do 3, yeah, we gotta forget something. Discard. Just so we have 3 to maximize our plays next turn. Plus this game is going to be pretty close to over too soon. So let's do this, we do that, and then Mantle of Dread is my gut. Hold on, let's move this Peasants here. Yeah, let's drop this here. Doesn't change any, well, it changes stuff for my things. So here, we can use Instruments in land 3. We can use Domesticated here to stop that. And then we can use either Concealing Shadows for a big counterattack, or we can try and go ahead of the curve. Can we try and... We're going to have to, because we're going to have 3 lands here. We're going to have to try and do favors and try and set some up for next turn, because, I mean, Mantle of Dread's not going to do much, right? Yeah. The problem is that we can't prevent these builds because of the lack of explorers on the coast. Our innate is really not powerful, so I would feel if I had to gander, I would guess that this is a bad matchup for us, though that full clears that land. We have some fear cards. Do I just drop this in here? Create a Badlands? Yeah. Yeah, why not? It's gonna lose anyways. Ha! Okay, well that Stricken is gonna be very helpful for us here. Okay, sorry. 3 on each board. I actually don't hate this, because I can destroy... I only have to destroy 2. So I can push this into a different land here. And we split this up here. Great. push one from the land with them. Oh. We'll push this out so it doesn't build. There we go. And we'll push this over here. Yeah, there's no explorers on the island because of our ability. Let's actually drop it in here because it'll stop the ravage there, and we actually don't take damage. Skipped. Skipped. Oh, wait. Oh, undo. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to kill a city, not do 1 damage to each. Alright. I was clicking too quick. So that fear card really, or that event actually really saved us. Stricken's actually usually, it's like one of the events I don't like. I think it tends to be a problem more than it helps, but in that case it helped a bit, quite a bit. And now of course we have triple up in this hands. How fun, how fun. And somehow that is still around. I thought I prevented the, oh, because Scotland 4. No, Scotland 3. Scotland 3. Yeah, it still builds. That's okay. Let's drop the 4 in here. Just because, yeah, that feels like one I can try and get some stuff going in. And so again, for the 3rd term in a row, go here, gain a major, right? There's just no reason not to, huh? Oh. No. Let's drop this presence over here just so we can maybe use Concealing Shadows on it. Alright, another major. Try and save our butt again. I really like Pyroclastic always. We do kind of need a fast option here. Vengeance of the Dead. Not a terrible card. Not a bad option. Alright, Terrifying Nightmares is actually pretty good too. Because we're guaranteed the threshold. And so it's going to be 6 fear, which is going to, it's going to take us to probably pretty damn close. We're going to probably be level 3, Terror level 3, which is good. And then there's actually non-zero chance I reclaim. I should have considered reclaiming and just playing instruments again. I should have thought of that. Vengeance of the Dead it's too slow, just because it's after it does that, right? So, Terrifying Nightmares or Poison Land, or sorry, not Poison Land, or Pyroclastic are my 2 options here. That adds Blight, which I don't like. So it doesn't solve the wetland. Doesn't solve the wetland. It does solve this. I do like how it does solve this though, because the 2 damage and the 2 badlands would make it a 4. And then that land is solved. Yeah, so that land is solved, and then we can use, these 2 lands aren't solved, but at least we did that. Terrifying Nightmares is 6 fear and not killing it better than 4 better than 2 fear and making some progress? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go with the 6 fear. I think that's the better move. Terrifying Nightmares. And of course we have to forget something from here. Why not Favors Called Due? Why not? And then now we play our 3 cards. And see where the world takes us. So Yeah, we just kill this one thing, right? You solve this land or that land, or this land is the move to solve, right? So now we get 3 Terra level 3 cards, which can do a whole lot, especially in a land with 2 lands with Dahan. Can do a whole lot, and just in case things don't happen like that. Okay. Drop a bad land in here just in case there's 1 damage. See, we're not. So if that land ravages, it's a double blight and it's a disaster. Add the land with that and no blight. I actually don't think we have a land that qualifies. So yeah, we actually saved that one. Okay. During the ravage, only do 1 damage each, but deal damage before the invaders. Alright, so that actually has solved both lands. Because that's going to do 6 damage, and that's going to do 2. So we have, with the event, actually solved both lands. That is interesting. Wait, hold on, that's only 5. So we haven't actually solved that one. Okay. To lands with 2 or more invaders. So we can condense all our problems here. That's not bad. We can pull that out of there. I actually don't want to. Okay, we'll skip that one, right? Because we could gather one more. But we'd gather that into there, and this would kill it. So we don't do that, and then this would... Yeah, this still isn't killing it. Alright. Okay. Not as good. Not as good, okay. Alright, so... Now is a good time for UG, right? Because now we have our single sands. And we're kind of being chilling here. Yeah, we are very chilling right now. Mountains, wetlands. Yeah, so we would do that. I feel bad about pushing this into the jungles here. Not bad. Alright. Unfortunately, that resets, so we're still going to have a lot of problems. Let's gain a minor here. We got plenty of majors. Plus, I can only play one of them. That kind of sucks. Yep. That sucks. Because they're both 4 cards. Hazards. I'm like, hazards, but... No, baby, hazards. We can get some more Badlands going, or Mez. Mez is very good. Mez would solve our problem. I mean, Instrument solves that land. I like Mez, but... Yeah, Mez might be useful for next turn. Defend 4, push up to 1 blight, that's fine. I don't love that, don't hate that. We have a better defend option already. Hazard is great. This one's Explorer. We have plenty of Explorer control. Like, we don't need that at all. So, hazards would be nice. It's nice to have it. Our cost is pretty high, so having a 0 cost isn't bad. And it does help threshold. No, it doesn't help threshold that at all. If we do Paralyzing Fright, it's not a bad option. Because we would get 6 fear. And then we could just... Yeah, we could... Oh, we can't do Walls of Rock and Thorn. Dang it. I was like, oh, we could do Walls of Rock and Thorn there, and then whatever. And then it's like, okay, you're chilling. But we could actually do Favor. That is a pretty good option. Because, yeah, we can drop Favor, and then we can do Terrifying Nightmares here to push stuff out of to just get 6 fear and just burn through the deck, and then hope we don't ever have to deal with that Ravage, because then we can just reclaim and play Terrifying Nightmares and win. Am I cooking? I think I'm cooking here. Is if we just do the, yeah, I think I'm cooking, because I can just play Terrifying Nightmares, this, and we'll try and get to this level here with some sort of, yeah, thing like that. And yeah, and then now go bring this. Yeah, there's only one explorer. Get a card. Terrifying Nightmares. We could just push this out and solve that land, right? Yeah, okay, so favor in here. And we can gather the blight in there. And then Terrifying Nightmares that out of there, or yeah. This into here. Yeah, I don't hate that. We could do that to try and kill 2 towns. Kill 2 towns instead of kill 2. Now we want to kill a city. We want to kill a city. We just do. We want to kill a city. It just solves so many problems. We'll do that. Why not? Because, oh, that's the other thing. Because we're replacing instead of destroying, this card doesn't interact with our special rule. Because it says replace and not destroy. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so we're gonna just destroy 1. I just realized we can't do Dissolution of Will there. Oh well, we'll figure it out. I think we still won. Yeah, I'll drop you here. Ugh, I wish I could gather into the sands. Unfortunate. Alright, so we'll pull into here. Hopefully we can gather into the sands with our tarot cards. That's nice. Drop it here. Alright, and we are going to win the next game. I can drop in there. Actually, no, I cannot. Yeah, just drop in here, right? Or drop in there, right? But we can't do it in here. Then yeah, kill the city. Oh, and we won already. There we are. But we still get to keep going. Yeah, immediate win. Alright, so that game went pretty well. I mean, I went down in difficulty, but I think I'm getting a grasp. We used major powers, went top track. It definitely felt way... I haven't played Base Shadows in a while, but that felt way stronger than Base Shadows did. So, that felt really nice. That was a really nice game. I felt pretty good about most of my plays there. I wish I didn't exit out of there. Yeah, so overall, I think that game went really well. I think we definitely had a bad first turn, and I didn't realize Shadow's kind of majors. I mean, that jump from 1 to 3 energy is just huge, right? And I really think you don't want to get into a reclaim loop with shadows because you can't grow at all in reclaim. I mean, I guess it's the same way for lightning or I guess it's the same as lightning or rivers the same way, or is that they get very powerful and then they reclaim. So maybe a few reclaiming might have happened towards the end. I think you want to delay that. UG really helped us grow. And then after the UG, maybe I should have reclaimed more. I really think I should have considered reclaiming instruments that turn. I think that was the perfect card. And instead of digging through the major pile in order to get like 1 or 2 more energy a turn, I should have been reclaiming a lot more as soon as I unlocked 5-3. I think that would have been a smarter move because you're already pretty much unlocked at that point. So reclaiming isn't as bad. But other than that, and I think the very bad turn 1, I think we had a pretty smooth game. I think UG definitely helped. Like, Shadows is one of the spirits that I think really needs proliferation because of that 0-1-1 growth pattern. We were able to get a lot of energy in before reclaim, which really helped us go majors in the future. Yeah, I think the dark fire aspect really is how the spirit. Well, I shouldn't say how the spirit should be, because I think if they do come out with a second edition of Spirit Island, I think they will definitely do more substantial changes to Shadows than to some of the other spirit. I think Shadows is definitely the number one. That they're going to do a whole new player board and they're going to almost completely rework into a different spirit. And I know they're throwing that around. I'm not saying it has to happen. I think Darkfire Shadows is actually in a really good place to be a pretty fun spirit. And it did not feel underpowered against Scotland 4. I think it definitely was a bad matchup because Scotland doesn't put as many explorers, which means we didn't get to use our innate really at all much to prevent builds, because you really want to, and Scotland has build prevention on the coasts in terms of the Scotland 3 rule, which I forgot about at one point, and then I was like, oh, it doesn't stop that build. But yeah, so overall, I think that was a pretty good game. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. As always, in the comments, post any decisions that you think you went wrong, discussions. It really feels like there's not like a set build path for Shadows. I think it feels much more fluid than some of the other spirits, like some of the other beginner spirits. So, okay, really interesting, pretty good game. UG helped. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. All right, thanks. Bye.